Welcome back to Fire Emblem Echoes. So, we're kind of in this awkward in-between episode where the pirate fortress was, a good enough end, but the shrine's going to be too long. So, today we're going to have one battle with the most dangerous enemy of all. In the third pirate raid, we have a single old man. Beware him. So, he's a cantor, and if you hadn't leveled up Jenny a lot before this point, you might not know what this means. However, he's got Conjure, which is a little bit different from what we've seen, but you have probably now read that description and know what his gimmick is. So, let's make sure to put our best foot forward, or best feet. I have more than one tanky unit now. Squishy people go in the back.
There's only one of them? What's going on here?
It's me, Cantor!
Oh, you're the girl.
I've got the kanji for menacing around me.
You up on a platter will earn me a swift promotion within the Fae.
I'm moving on up in my cult.
Place clean of pirate vermin. You will come with me.
I mean, why'd you do... You could have just had the pirates help.
We're in a hurry here and you're in our way. So would you kindly get out of it? Impudent child. Such a glib tongue will earn you nothing.
Alright, so Cantor, I know you have a gimmick and all, but yeah, Bo's gonna laugh about taking us on by himself, but we could just kick over the plank and, not have our ships connected. Just set the boat on fire.
He means to summon terrors to fight for him.
He means to summon...
So yes, we can summon ghosts, but he can summon terrors, so... Cantor's got his gimmick out, and that's all we gotta deal with this time. But now that we know how that works, it's a pretty obvious gimmick, so we'll just deal with it. Meanwhile, we've met these three fools last time, so let's talk about their voice actors real quick. Or most of the episode. Anyway, Valbar here probably has the most prolific voice actor of the trio. He is voiced by Kyle Hebert, who has been in so many animes and video games. Amongst them, he's a lot of voices in Dragon Ball, Ox King, General White, but of course I think we all know his most important voice role in the Dragon Ball series, King Furry.
I thought the most important would be the narrator, because that's a good, 10% of spoken dialogue in the entire series. Also, it's Hebert, not Hebert.
Hebert. Okay, well, one of these days, the next voice actor's easy, so I'll get that one. Anyway, other voices include, from Symphony of the Night, he's the ferryman, and most importantly, the master librarian, so he is the man who shouts, "Hee hee, thank you!" anytime you buy a thing in Symphony of the Night, so that's great.
Are you sure it's not the redub?
I mean, probably the redub, but he still says, "Hee hee, thank you!" I think. Actually, it's been ages since I've heard the redub. I don't know if that's true. Either way, though, let's see. He's also the voice of Ryu from Streets. I think he's the current voice of Big the Cat. I think after the most important voice actor for Big the Cat, John St. John, was no longer the voice of him. Yeah, I think it was him and up until the present day.
Will I be able to find Froggy? Will I catch a even bigger fish than I did in the last level? Will we find out why there's a goddamn fishing minigame in Sonic Adventure? Find out.
Because they wanted a slower gameplay style. Hey Leon, can you help me find my pal Froggy? So he's also Ominous Crow in Bravely Default. I believe he's the current voice of Miles Edgeworth, now that they apparently have, at least voice lines. I actually haven't played some of the more recent Phoenix Wrights, so I think it's still only voice clips and not full voice acting, but don't quote me on that one. And you know what? Hey, also a good role. There's a whole bunch I don't recognize because, he's done a lot, but I do know Noriaki Kakyoin from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
So waiting for you to mention that one.
Hell yeah. It's the boy. And I think out of everybody on the list today, he's played the least amount of other Fire Emblem characters, only playing Valadar, but more importantly, Frederick from Awakening. Meaning, yes, this is the man who has said, pick a god and pray.
I forgot that was him. Holy shit.
Leon is voiced by Lucian Dodge, who has fewer roles overall, but they're pretty good. He's done a bunch of Sailor Moon. He's Victor from Bravely Default. He played Dust from Dust and Elysian Tale, and also apparently some other character named Dust from an anime I don't recognize. I just saw that and was like, huh, well, how'd that happen twice?
Call me Dust Boy.
And of his less sexy roles, Chai from Shenmue 3. And other Fire Emblem characters include Nysala, of course in Heroes, but also Felix. So yeah. Different role, but you know what? Felix also kind of hot. And then, of course, Kamui is Bryce Papenbrook, who, once again, smaller list, I don't recognize a lot of his stuff, but also there were a lot of ones that made me go, oh, neat. I threw in Young Vash the Stampede from Trigun because that's one of the only anime ones I recognized.
What the fuck?
Specifically the child version, not the adult one.
Huh.
I just saw that and it's like one of the only ones I recognize. That's the only anime I recognize. Other roles include Zidane from, I think, any other time he has had a voice. So this, mainly Dissidia spin-offs, I think, are the only times that's happened. But if Zidane Tribal needs a voice actor, it's Bryce. Jun Caruso from Persona 2, so the gay romance. Tiz Arier, one of the main characters from Bravely Default. He is also currently the voice of Silver the Hedgehog, which, considering some of the other choices for Silver the Hedgehog, good.
It's no use.
Amongst other Fire Emblem voices he's done, he has done Raven, Carol, and Oscar, all hero. I think I mentioned this before, but if I mention a voice from any other Fire Emblem game that's before Awakening, it's in Heroes. But of characters in the series that have their own voice actors from the get-go, he is also Henry from Fire Emblem Awakening, so we've got some real good Awakening boys in this episode.
Okay,
sure. I've only ever married Gaius in Awakening, but I do adore Henry. Henry's great.
Yeah.
Not gonna get to him because it's an entirely different game, but God, Henry fucking rules. I wish he didn't appear so late.
I am glad that he appears in a storm of crows, though.
Uh-huh. He appears in a storm of crows, loves puns, and murder. What's not to like? The perfect man doesn't exist.
Much appreciated. I feel calmer, like I can see what the enemy is planning.
Alright, so anyway, we're just about at the end here. We've surrounded this old man. Of course, in order to keep summoning, he does have not only a heal tile to remain on and be very dodgy on, he's also just got a healing skill, so he can just keep summoning all day, every day. He won't do it every turn, so you're not going to get swarmed per se, but he is just going to keep doing it. This is, of course, a very good grinding spot. When an enemy can summon other enemies, that's a perfect time for experience. Unlike our Invoke spell, which unfortunately doesn't get Jenny any EXP and kind of just sponges it up from everyone else, but whatever. Unfortunately, though, Cantor here is a surprisingly difficult boss just due to the fact that, he does have that healing tile, meaning he's going to be very dodgy. Oh, we learned Seraphim, I'll get to that in a sec. However, because he's a magic-based unit, he does have pretty good resistance too, so while mages don't have to care about actually hitting him, they probably will.
Excuse me?
Thanks, Leon. Yeah, he is going to absorb a lot of damage from spellcasters as well, so honestly, this old man here is pretty threatening. He's just going to dance out of the way of our attacks. Anyway, though, Seraphim. Seraphim is effective against terrors. It is a very important spell. I believe some NPCs have just straight up said, hey, you're gonna want the Seraphim spell if you plan on going to the island we're about to get to, so if you need to grind for Seraphim, do that now. Alright, so, God, like, 70 hit, even Bowie, with his magic, is having trouble with this dastardly old man. Look at him go. Honestly, Invoke isn't a bad idea here, if you're having trouble, just because, look, you summon a bunch of guys, surely eventually one of them is going to hit, and even if they don't, Cantor is probably going to prioritize hitting one of them, because they're easy targets, so if this goes on for a while, because this man will not die, consider using Invoke. If this old man... Jesus Christ, 36 hit. If this old man keeps dodging, which he probably will, yeah, no shame in using Invoke.
In my native tongue, Cantor means the greatest motherfucker of all.
I've mastered breakdance style. Watch me go. Ow. I'm not a terror, but Seraphim still hurts. That's just a strong spell. Also, if you're wondering, no, Seraphim is not a stand-in for the Aura spell. In fact, you've probably seen the magic lists already. Aura is also on some characters' lists. That's, of course, a thing future me will have to do, because I haven't gotten around to editing these yet. Ooh, nope. Nope, Valbar, you go away. Normally you will take any hit pretty well, not this one. Nah, not this one, my friend.
Alright, it's up to you, Kamui. Don't get used to it.
You got him.
Hey! I'm just saying, it's very rarely going to be up to Kamui in the future.
You say that. Like, okay, not the most impressive level, but like, a point into attack is a point to attack. And we get a fruit of life. Alright, well, that was a difficult battle.
A win's a win.
We got styled on by an old man. Not one of our finer moments.
Well, should we try and salvage anything from the boat? And Saber just, like, knocks over a torch for burning the boat.
Milady, what was that all about?
It's got old man all over it.
Serving you up or some such?
I don't know, Bowie. But he was different from the others who have come after me. And I fear he won't be the last. So we'd best be extra careful moving forward.
Be careful of old men who will just fucking dance through all of your attacks. They're very wily. We won't be seeing them next time on Fire Emblem Echoes, though. We're going to be seeing that big dragon.